It is 4 a.m. and I'm back in Chamonix, not to do another Mont Blanc video, so don't worry about that. But I am doing something that involves Mont Blanc, and I'm doing the Tour of Mont Blanc, which is a run around the mountain. Super unique, on the top of everybody's list of treks to do in Europe. It's 107 miles with 33,000 feet of climbing, and I'm hoping to do it in 3 days. But I've gotten up super early at around 3 o'clock because I'm feeling some nerves. The place I hope to stay tonight, which is 31 miles away, hasn't responded to my emails or phone calls. Even though they say they're open till the middle of October, you never really know. And they might have shuttered their doors. I've built in some time so that if it is closed, I can run beyond and maybe do a 40 to 50 mile day if necessary. My bag on this run is slightly heavier than my bag was on the Alta Via, and that's because I have to carry some toiletries, a change of clothes, stuff like that, but it's not too unpleasant. I've got a new bag that has that new shiny bag smell, and so far when I've tested it out with some in-place jogging, it seems to be up to the task of the weight and running. I spent yesterday scrolling through my Strava trying to find things that could compare to doing this type of activity day after day. Each day is 30 plus miles with 9,000 or more feet of climbing. And the hot route, which I did 4 years ago, had 2 or 3 days that got close to what I'll be required to do in the next 3 days, but it still wasn't the same. Now, super strong runners, the fastest runners in the world, come out and do this course in like 20 or less hours. So there are people out there who can crush it. I can't even fathom doing that, especially with this pack. But I'll probably be, aiming for a more modest goal of 3 days rather than 20 hours. Sun doesn't come up for 3 more hours, so I'll probably, hopefully, round the corner by the time the sun comes up. But I'll be walking through the lonely, deserted streets of Chamonix here in a minute. Was the start, official start, according to the Department of Tourism, for the Tour of Mont Blanc. And what I just did before that, through the forests and streets of Chamonix, it's just a waste of time. It's always nice to see a sign that you're on the right path. I sit here and follow my watch, but really I have no idea where my watch is leading me. Just a red line on a white screen. I have some goals today, and one of those goals is to be at 20 miles by 10:30. If I can be at mile 20 by 10:30, I'll be happy. This is where Christophe and I parked the car when we climbed Mont Blanc, Bellevue, I believe it's called, Col de Vaux or something like that. And actually, you can't see it, but I can see some faint headlamps going up the bowling alley. Those people are going to have an exciting couple hours. But I'm just headed up and over this pass. I'm at mile 10. I'm making some pretty good time. And the sun is starting to come up, which is perfect because I'm in new territory. And this is when I want to start seeing things.
Either store I went to had sandwiches, and as I was leaving the second store, I came across a pizza vending machine. So I've placed my order, and I have my doubts that I'll actually end up with a pizza, but it says that I'll get it in 3 minutes. All right, vending machine pizza. Pretty fancy. I'm wondering how it will taste. Actually not that bad. Pizza at 9 in the morning. It's my dream. My body's shivering from pizza ecstasy because this was such an unexpected treat. Took something like 6 hours, but finally the sun is licking my body with its rays, and it feels so good. And the pizza is digesting, boiling in my stomach like a potion in a witch's cauldron. I'm descending down the last mile or so to the hut where I was going to stay tonight. I'm going to see if it's open, but just going off of how much time I have left in the day, kind of thinking maybe I'll just keep going and go all the way to the halfway mark. So, good news is they're all closed down, and that their online statement that said they were open till the mid of October is not true. The hatches have been battened down, and they are locked up nice and tight. You can't even get water or buy any supplies. So, lucky me, I get to go another 16 miles to the halfway point and end up with a 50-mile day. Yeah, I'm hoping I can be done by 8:30, 9. It's mile 43, it's mile 43, maybe 15,000 feet of climbing, and I've hit the wall face first. Coming up this endless climb. It really feels endless. So it's just, I can't be bothered to do anything but slowly walk up the hill The scenery's amazing. You're just gonna take my word for it. I have zero desire to film anything. I just drank the most delicious, coldest mountain water ever. And I threw it all up. It's like half a gallon. But I'd do it again if I could taste that delightful, just thirst-quenching water. My stomach rejects it. It only wants synthetic things like Coca-Cola and Fanta. I have never been so happy to be somewhere. The last 18 miles just went on and on and on. And I actually ended up with 53 miles and 15,000 feet of climbing. So it was no small thing. When I got here, they had no food, but the lady who was at the desk prepared a meat and cheese platter with some bread. Super nice. Then she watched me as I consumed so many Cokes and Fantas. I'm just glad that's over. Now I'm going to cleanse the sweat that has been building on my skin for the last 16 hours and go to bed.